We are back with another episode on the G60, the 2025 BMW that burned to the ground. We are going to continue working on this project car till it's done. But hard work, very little or big progress because we have some problems finding parts and stuff like that because the car is 7 months old. Let's start the video. Everything is painted in here, in the front, this part. The strut mount is, everything is installed, it's in its normal place. I didn't put any glue or screws or rivets because we have to find the subframe, because this one, it was bolted, everything was aligned and fine, but I've noticed this crack in there and I don't want to put the glue and the rivets if this is moved. That's why we need a subframe. But in the meanwhile, you can see in here the rails are in with primer, this side as well. We have primer in here everywhere. I removed a lot of parts from here. In fact, I removed everything from the subframe, just the steering column is there because we have to move the car sometimes and we will need that. Rear subframe removed as well. Not really sure if you can notice, but the shocks are removed, both sides. One here, one in there. The sway bar links and the sway bar is removed as well. I have a problem removing the drive shaft. I'm not going to reuse this because I'm pretty sure it's not balanced and stuff like that, but I cannot undo this. Maybe you can see I've already tried in here with all my force and everything, and the pry bar, yeah, it doesn't move at all. The idea is to remove the subframe, the differential, to drop the differential with axle, everything, and after that I can clean the subframe and reinstall it without drive shaft and without differential in order to move the car and to make a list with all the parts that we need. I'm pretty sure we need everything. Here we have a lot of parts that are already finished and done. I'm not going to film anything like this work when I'm cleaning stuff because it's taking me like a week just cleaning stuff. But this one is clean, it's like brand new. The other one as well. We still have these two ones that are brand new. These are all the brackets for the fenders and stuff like that. These are brand new parts. See that? Everything is like brand new in here. This one as well, a lot of dust, yeah, on the part. Okay, so we have a lot of parts here. Exhaust is saved already, it's clean, it's like new. And yeah, I've started to remove the brake calipers and everything. I'm going to clean everything, of course. What a horrible job, man. Whew. And I cannot take the axle out. Strange, there is not enough room. I have to remove some control arm or something. But I didn't want to do that because every time I remove a control arm that looks like this, I cannot reinstall it. And yeah, that's why I don't want to remove the control arm, because I need to put everything back as is in order to move the car till I find a different control arm and parts. I really hope I can figure this out. I just need one axle out and I can remove the differential with the drive shaft and everything. But yeah, give me a few years of camera or months, or not really sure. Fun stuff. Buy a project like this one. So if you don't have to have any weekends, any free days or stuff like that, or be able to buy some parts, but you cannot buy any parts because there are any parts. So this rebuild is more exclusive as a Ferrari, McLaren, or other different hypercars. Yeah, because it's a brand spanking new car. That rear axle, it's heavy and I'm all alone in the garage, as you can see. Hello? No, Still me, still alone. Hooray! I've done it, of course I've done it. So the axle, both are right in there. Differential is free now with the dry shaft. Before I cut the dry shaft, I'm going to check it once again to be sure that it's not reusable. If it's reusable, I'm going to try to remove it normal. Yeah, like I've said, every time you remove something, you cannot put it back. See that? I removed the differential and this rubber mount that was in here fell off. Yeah, that's why I don't want to remove any control arm, because like this I can move the car. I can put the shocks back and the subframe and I can move the car. And I'm going to search now to see if there is a repair kit available for these drive shafts, because if we are replacing this boot and the other one, put some grease everywhere, we have drive shafts. Let's hope I can order something. I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to update you in the next second. This for you, but for me it's going to be a few hours maybe, searching parts and stuff, and searching stuff in all the world, of course, or all Europe at least. And yeah, you will see in the next second if I found something or we start cleaning further. We have to put everything on pause because, yes, first package for the G60. Let's crack this open to see what we have inside. Check it out. We have the subframe, yes. We have a subframe for the G60. So now that we have the subframe, we can install the strut mount, the strut tower completely. It's already installed, it's aligned, but with this one, we know for sure if everything is straight. This is a huge milestone, and that means the chassis is fixed. We just have to paint it underneath, and yeah, we have a chassis that is already fixed. This is, like I said, a huge milestone. Let's hope now that is going to fit and it's the same. This was on the 7 series, the G70, and it's the same part number as on the G60 apparently. I've researched like 2-3 weeks already, and yeah, it should be the same. We have G17 here, but like I said, it should be the same. And this is for a rear wheel drive car, not a 4-wheel drive. Let's not waste any more time, let's install it. 7 series is out, and now we are going to compare the two ones. Let's hope that are the same model and it's going to fit. apparently is installed, and I hope that everything is okay, because it is aligned with all the holes. It was like 2 millimeters maybe on this side off, but when I've tightened the screws, it pulled everything in the right place. So this is the setup, this is the resting place for the subframe. Another piece just came in. This is the sway bar with the sway bar links, yes, and the plastic support or mounting parts. So we have everything. Let's try to fit this one as well. Check it out. We have the sway bar with the sway bar links. So we have the mounting brackets and everything in here. It's just hand tight, because I want to send these brackets to be clean somewhere. I have to search in my region somebody that can sandblast stuff. So we have to clean this one and this one. And we have a subframe, we have a strut mount, we have a sway bar links, bushings and everything that comes with the parts that I've ordered. And yeah, now we need everything in here, except for the brake rotor, brake caliper, and some small stuff. But basically we need everything in here. Sadly, this wasn't the plan to buy every single piece independently, because the plan was to fix the chassis and to have a donor card to put everything in here. But we are here because every time when I remove something, comes in pieces apart, so I cannot put it back. So when I removed the old subframe with the suspension and everything came into pieces, so I cannot put the suspension back and I cannot put the car back on the wheels. That's a problem. And because I didn't found any kind of donor car for now, there are a few already damaged or light damage for sale, but the price is ridiculous. For that price I can buy a new one. So yeah, I'm not going to waste my money on a car that is fixable. I need one that is not fixable to put everything in here. Anyway, now let's try to figure out the shocks. This is the strut bar from the rear subframe that I removed. These are the shocks from the rear. Not a single damage except for this rubber mounting part and the dust protective boot. So we are going to try to order just these two parts, because in here everything is okay. See that? Nothing affected, not a single problem. And here just burn stuff. I just have to wash the shocks, and yeah, we have two shocks in the rear. That's in the rear. I have the other one in here. This one is in the rear as well. I've already checked this one, and this one is in perfect shape. Nothing is affected by the fire or anything. This one doesn't have any kind of problem except for the part number that you cannot read, but yeah, pretty much that's about it. When I'm ordering this boot for the other one, I'm going to order a new one for this one. The biggest problem is the front. The front is the biggest problem, and check it out. This is a disaster. In here everything melted, even the coil spring. Maybe you can see it isn't in the right place. Now I'm going to try to remove this. I hope I'm not going to die by removing this one. If the strut is working, we are going to try to find just the coil spring and all the rubber mounting parts, and pretty much that's about it. Yeah, and I want to remove it because I want to see if the bearing from here is still okay. And let's hope, like I said, I'm not going to die in the process, because this one melted, or it was affected from the fire and has a strange shape now, and it's jammed in here. See that? Maybe we can do this. Sadly, this one is completely destroyed. The shock is destroyed, we cannot do anything. So front left, we need a complete shock. Let's check now the front right. Second shock in the front might be okay. It has some rebound and it's working. So basically it's working, but the strut mount is destroyed on this one, and the spring of course as well, and all the plastic holders on the bottom, on the top, basically are both junk. So we need a pair of shocks in the front. In the rear we can reuse these ones till we find the donor car for sure, but for now I need somehow to put the car on the wheels, and I need shocks in the front and all the control arms, because now we have the subframe. Before we do anything, or before we are waiting for parts, we are going to tear apart this knuckle, the front knuckle, to see if we can save something from here, or if it's going to clean. If not, of course, we have to order everything. Now that everything is out, I'm going to start cleaning, and I'm going to update you. I'm pretty sure it's going to take me like 5 hours at least. And yeah, I see you in a few seconds. And check it out! Everything is brand spanking new. Everything is brand spanking new. I didn't clean the brake rotor because I'm pretty sure when we are going to use the brakes for the first time it's going to clean everything. But everything is new in here. You cannot compare it with what it was. And the brake caliper, I removed everything, all the pins and everything. I even washed the brake pads. I'm too dirty to put my hand in here, but let me show you. Brand spanking new. Now I'm going to repeat the process on the other side, and I'm going to show you the end result. Everything is clean, is like brand spanking new. Brake calipers, dust shield, knuckle and everything. Bearings are new, of course, because everything is new on this car. No scratches, nothing. Clean out, perfect. I'm just missing in here a cap, and here comes the line, of course. But other than that, amazing. Everything is new. I received a control arm. Still cannot install anything because we are missing the shocks. The shocks are destroyed. We have no shocks whatsoever in the front, so we cannot put the car on the wheels in the front. So because of that, we are going to continue in here, and I'm not going to wait. It is what it is. We have the subframe. We are going to install for good the strut mount. We have basically everything. The subframe holds the rails in place. We have the markings on the rails. We are going to put it on the markings on the rails, and this one already aligns with all the markings that I've done. I have some screws in here and are not under tension, so everything, maybe you can see in here, all the markings that I've done are in the right spot, like this one, in here as well. All the markings that I've done, like I said, aligns perfect. This one as well is tight in there. We have a lot of room in here. And in here we have like 2 millimeters, maybe 3. This one lines up perfect. I think in here we have like 2 millimeters. Maybe I have to push this down, or I can leave it as is. I'm going to take some measurements from here where the top of the metal bracket is going to align, and as far as I can see, this is the right place. The point of no return. I've already drilled almost everything. In fact, everywhere. Before we are going to install the strut mount or strut tower, we have to install this bracket. I've cut from the old one that was melted. This was completely melted. I've cut this part from here and I overlapped it in here. I'm not really sure if you can see, there is a notch in there. I've overlapped both on that notch. I've marked. On the other side I've done with tape. I marked from the other one, and now we just have to drill the second hole and let's install it. Ta-da! Bracket installed. Finally, the strut tower is installed after 2 weeks or 3 since I have this part, because there is no info whatsoever how to install this, no measurements from nowhere. I've installed this in the exact same spot where the original one was, and I'm pretty confident that it's perfect. Why I will say that? Because everything lines up perfectly. The lines with the everywhere, in fact everywhere. All the holes in here is spot on. You can see the paint that I've done from the old one. All the holes lines up perfect. This one as well, I had to remove this one as well. All the holes in here, all the rivets in here, you can notice we didn't have to drill anything in the same holes. We've installed all the rivets. I know this rivets looks kind of strange, but this is the original repair kit from BMW. This one lines up perfect. In here we had 2 welding points, but till I'm going to weld this, we have glue and we are going to hold everything in place. And if we need to weld, we can clean in here and 2 welding spots and perfect. But other than that, everything is installed, everything lines up. The new subframe is installed as well. We just have to leave everything to cure, and in a day or maybe 2, we have to remove the subframe, clean everything in here, and we can paint. It's already midnight. I'm pretty sure this is a good stopping point for today's episode. Don't miss out the next episode, because in the next episode we are going to continue working on this chassis. So if you want to see more progress on this chassis or on this car, join me for the next episode. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, as usual, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.